Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everyone had a good New Year's Day. And with a new year, we have new movies. And these are my top 10 most anticipated films of this year. Some of these films have trailers with them. I checked them out, and I'm really interested. So this is my most anticipated movies that I'm looking forward to this year. At number 10 is The Flash. Not the TV series, obviously, that's on CW, but the DCEU's version of The Flash. A movie originally that was supposed to have came out back in 2018, but this film has long been delayed, and it's finally coming out this November. Now, when they had that DC fandom last year, I checked out the first look of it, and I have to say I was intrigued. We have Michael Keaton's Batman, and Ben Affleck's coming back for the last time playing Batman, as well as Supergirl's in this film as well. Now, from what I'm hearing from the rumors, apparently this is going to reset the DCEU, but I'm hoping that's not the case, but still, nonetheless, we're finally getting this movie, and it might be ended up being good. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. We can only hope. At the number 9 spot is Jurassic World Dominion. Now, I admit, I'm not a huge fan of the last two Jurassic World movies, but I still like them for what they are. And this film was another movie that was delayed for quite some time. We have the original trio from the Jurassic Park movies coming back. And we also obviously have the couple that's coming back for this third installment, as dinosaurs are roaming free on the Earth in this third film. And not just that though, I think we might see some entertaining moments, the interactions between the old Jurassic Park cast and of course the new generation. It's a combination of the two. Who knows, this might be one of the most interesting films to come out this summer. Coming in at number 8 is the Untitled Mario film. I have to say, when I had heard about this project a couple of months ago, I thought, finally, they're getting back to something that they should have did a long time ago, because I'm a fan of the Super Mario Bros. Games. They're very close to my heart. I grew up with them. And so, the mere fact that we have some talented actors voicing the characters in this film, and as well as this being an animation movie, I think this might be real interesting. Now, granted, it's not a trailer out for this film yet, but as soon as it is released, I think it's going to be a lot of hype, because this movie, granted, was a long development cycle, and I actually am looking forward to seeing this film. At the number 7 spot, it's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You know, I was such a fan of the first film that I was mighty looking forward to seeing the sequel. The sequel seems interesting. You bring Knuckles in and Tails. Knuckles being voiced by Idris Elba. I think that's real interesting. Jim Carrey once again playing Dr. Robotnik, Eggman. And then Ben Schwartz, playing the voice again of Sonic. I think this film will be more closely resembled to the video games. And it's not going to be like that road trip that we saw in the first film. And what can I say? This movie, I was looking forward to it, and I can't wait to finally look at it when it releases later this year. Coming in at number 6 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You know, the mere fact they brought in the multiverse in the last SpiderMan film, that Doctor Strange not only has to deal with an evil clone of himself, but also we have Scarlet Witch that's in this movie. I think this will be a very interesting film to come out this summer. It's certainly a Marvel Studios movie that I was looking forward to for quite some time. And after seeing the trailer last month, I have to say that this movie is certainly going in a very interesting direction. At the number 5 spot, it's Mission Impossible 7. Now, granted, this movie probably won't be called that. It's always going to have a subtitle, but this is a film that was delayed from last year, and I'm finally glad it's coming out later on this year. So, the mere fact that Tom Cruise, he's a middle-aged man. He's still making great movies. What else can I say? Not much is known about the plot. We don't even have a trailer right now, but This film, intriguingly enough, should be one of the most exciting films to come out this year. Coming in at the number 4 spot, it is The Batman. This has been a long anticipated movie of mine because originally, as everybody knows, Ben Affleck was going to be Batman in this, but now this turned into a completely different project. We got Robert Pattinson as Batman. Oh, no, I said that many years ago, but I think this movie might be one of the biggest films of the year simply because Robert Pattinson has gotten better as an actor. And not just that, this seemed to focus more on his detective skills. This is going to be a Batman film we've never seen before. Way different than the Batman from DCEU or even the Dark Knight trilogy. Where, honestly, I think that's a great thing. We got the Riddler, we have the Penguin, we have Catwoman. I mean, this is going to be probably a fantastic movie for Warner Brothers. And I just can't wait for this film. Well, at the number 3 spot, we continue with comic book movies as it's SpiderMan Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Now, granted, the original film, Into the Spider-Verse, is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies of all time. And I love that film. I know this one's going to be intriguing. Seeing the first look of this movie, the mere fact that Miles Morales is going to be traveling across the Spider-Verse, pun intended, I think this might be one of the most intriguing films to release later on this year. Coming in at number 2, it's The Northman. Now, I had heard about this film. I finally checked out the trailer not too long ago. And I have to say, this movie was real interesting. This might be one of the best movies of the year. I'm hoping it really is because seeing the cast and that Viking story that this movie is going for, it reminds me of Game of Thrones. It reminds me of Lord of the Rings, most importantly. Simply because of all of what this film has going for it. I think this movie might be real interesting. I hope. Only time will tell. And at the number 1 spot, it is a film I've been waiting for a long time. It's Avatar 2. The thing about Avatar 2 is that we wait a decade to be made. James Cameron, I always enjoy his movies he's directed. And I know this is going to be another bona fide hit. I mean, the first Avatar is the highest grossing movie of all time. And I bet James Cameron's like, I want to overdo that film with the visuals, with the technology. And well, look at the technology we have today compared to 2009. Nonetheless, though, this might be one of the best films to come out this year. I can only hope because James Cameron, I don't think he ever directed a bad film. Nonetheless, though, this is the movie I'm looking most forward to at the end of this year. And that is my top 10 anticipated movies of 2022. This year has some very interesting films coming out. We'll have some movies that'll make us really say, whoa, they did a great job with that. Now, granted, there's probably other movies coming out this year that probably should have made this list, but yeah, I don't know much about the film, or there's not enough information go off for me to fully make my judgment on it. But that's how things are. We anticipate movies, and we're only expecting greatness. Alright, I want you guys to go down below in the comment section. Let me know what is your most anticipated movies of this year. It doesn't even have to be 10. It could be more, it could be less. I mean, just let me know. Alright, this is Swim God 172 saying, peace out.